On episode 196 of He Said, She Said Movie Reviews, we take a look at the movie Our Friend. Welcome to He Said, She Said Movie Reviews. This is the podcast where a happily married couple with similar but different movie tastes take a quick, spoiler-free look at the movies, helping you make the right decision before your next movie. I'm your host, Tim.
And I'm April.
Okay, so we just saw Our Friend on Demand. I give this movie 3.5 stars. How about you, April?
I'm going to give it a 3.
Okay. This is the story about it's after receiving life-altering news, a couple finds unexpected support from their best friend who puts his own life on hold and moves into their family home, bringing an impact much greater and more profound than anyone could have imagined. This is a movie directed by Gabriela Cowperthwaite. She's known for Megan Levy and the documentary Blackfish.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
And it was written by Brad Ingelsby, who is known for The Way Back, American Woman, and The Dynamiter. And this is based off of a true story, and it's based off of the book The Friend by Matthew Teague.
Alrighty, the cast is Jason Segel, Casey Affleck, Dakota Johnson, Isabella Violet McGraw, John McConnell, and Denée, Benton. The runtime is 124 minutes, and it's rated R for language.
I thought that was a weird rating, to be honest with you. You know, most movies are rated R for a lot more than language, and I didn't think the language was all that bad in this movie.
Right. No, that's a good point.
I just thought it was a strange rating when I was doing up the sheets for this. But, you know, I thought it was maybe a PG-13 movie, to be honest with you. So, all right. So you gave it 3 stars.
I did, and I know we'll get to it, but the reason is the jumping around on the timeline. If anyone knows me personally or even as a movie critic, you know I don't like it when a movie jumps around back and forth. It's hard to follow.
Okay, so we're going right into the kind of the pace of this movie, I guess. Yeah, no, I agree with you. The one thing about this movie was that it jumped the timeline was jumping all over the place. And at first, you had no idea where you were in the story arc.
Yes,
okay?
Because, that was me.
Yeah, and it was even me. And it took me a little bit of time. And then they did do some stuff where you towards the middle of the movie, you start realizing, because the Casey Affleck character, Matthew Teague, is the guy who wrote the book. And it's about the story about him and his wife and his friend. But you realize he's writing a book.
Right.
And so they kind of give you a little hints where the timeline is.
I shouldn't have started with that. Let's just stick to our normal.
No, but I hear you. But, you know, it was chaotic. It jumped all over the place.
All right. The theme and tone was friendship, right?
It was a movie about friendship. So,
okay.
I thought the acting, it was very well acted, right?
Extremely well acted.
This is actually the first. I'm not a huge Casey Affleck fan. I just, for some reason, to me, he plays the same character in every movie. The character he played in Manchester by the Sea was the same character he played in every other movie that he's been in.
I'm a big Casey fan, and it goes all the way back to Good Will Hunting.
Well, yeah.
I mean, sometimes when I'm having a gloomy day, I just think about him in the back of that car.
The sandwich layaway plan?
Yeah, his smile. I love that guy. I thought he did incredible. Dakota Johnson is growing so much as an actress. I mean, every time lately I see her, she's just so grown above one-dimensional now. You know, I thought she did a great job. And I really loved Jason. He played a very interesting character in this movie.
Yeah, I liked his portrayal of his character in this movie. I like Jason Segel. He's a decent actor.
I thought it was very well done.
I really enjoyed the score in this movie, too, right? I mean, the score, it combined a lot of the great classic rock in it with some contemporary rocks. It was really good.
The direction was great.
Yeah, it was a good directing. I thought she did a great job. And, you know, having done, she's mainly a documentarian. You know, with
I thought that was
Blackfish.
Interesting.
So she's good. And
okay, and let's talk about where it was filmed. Fairhope, Alabama is the sweetest, most amazing place. I don't know if you're ever in the Southeast, but you need to get to Fairhope, Alabama. It was beautiful. The scenes, I thought it really did the town well.
Well, the interesting thing, what was nice about this was it was filmed in Fairhope, and that was the actual setting of the story. So, I mean, they filmed it where it happened. So I really enjoyed that. I thought the cinematography was great. Production design, there's nothing really spectacular about it. It was good. There was no special effects to speak of. And, the editing was fine.
But the pace, this is where the chaos came in. The movie jumped around a lot on the timeline, and I had alluded or talked about that before. Even though you had the date and the relationship to Nicole's cancer typed on the screen, you were a little confused.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree with you there. And the dialogue, though, in this movie was really good. I thought this is one of the places where it shined. It really brought the characters out. I think each character really stood out separately than each other.
And I'll tell you what I liked about the dialogue, the friendship. It's real. It doesn't just show you the good days. It shows you the difficult ones.
Yeah.
And I thought they did a really good job.
Okay, so let's talk about one of the things that really gave me, even though they had the chaos of the timeline and such, the thing that gave me really pushed me up to a 3.5, might have even taken me up to a 4, is this was a tearjerker.
Oh, yeah.
I think you could almost put this with all the classic tearjerkers, Brian song, Terms of Endearment, Steel Magnolias.
Yes.
I mean, if you like to cry in a movie, I'll admit there were times in this movie that I teared up some. So, I mean, it's not, it's up there with the classics, I think.
Yeah, I thought that, and I'm not as high on the movie as you are, but I thought it was a solid movie. It was well done, well acted. The subject matter was real, and unfortunately, in our world, death occurs, and it occurs hourly and daily.
Yeah, but you know what? Even though the subject, death was the setting for this movie. Cancer and death was the setting. It wasn't the story. The story really was about the friendship.
I agree. But on that note, though, something was still missing in this movie. I don't know what it is or what it was, but I walked away I don't know if I wanted a little bit more dialogue with the friends, if I wanted to hear more from just her. Do you know what I mean? Her perspective of her cancer. I don't know what it was, but it's a solid, for me, a 3, a B. I thought they did a great job. And I will say that I went into the movie kind of dreading it, if you will, because I didn't know if I'd like it, and I liked it a lot better than I thought it would.
What about Jason? Let me ask you one thing, though. I'm trying to think back to the movie. They didn't really close up Jason Segel's character story, did they?
Not really, no.
We were kind of left hanging, like what happened with his girlfriend and things like that. Right. We never really got an answer on that, did we?
No, and you watch him give up so much.
Yeah, he certainly did. I mean, that is an amazing...
unconditional
friend.
Love.
Yeah. Yeah, so anyways, so that's our friend. Like I said, April gives this movie 3 stars. I give it 3.5 stars. I think it's well worth your time to see, especially if you like to tear up a little bit and cry in a movie. I mean, this is well worth it. Just remember that it's a little chaotic at first, but you'll figure it out.
You will figure it out. And I want to thank everyone for your support. We are definitely, as you know, so many movies are being released now in the movie theaters as well as being streamed. And we are seeing many movies. So we will keep going. We appreciate your support. And thank you so much to our fans that email, call. I mean, y'all have been amazing, and we thank you so much.
Yeah, we really appreciate it.
Stay safe and healthy.
And if you haven't already done so, please tell a friend about the podcast. We appreciate it.
We'll see you at the movies.
See you at the movies.